What's going on, YouTube? Point Pleasant. Gonna do another knife review for you, and this time we got the Conspirator. This guy's out for conspiracy. I wasn't gonna do a review on this, but I ended up talking about it so much during the Chevalier review that I figured I'd go ahead and do one on this. And I have been carrying this knife for about a week, and I mean, you can kind of see on the blade I've been using it, and I have used her pretty good. All kind of stuff, box opening and all that good stuff. I did chunk on some wood a little bit, see what would happen. It cut it, so that was weird. But let's talk about it. Get a size comparison of it real quick. It is right at, I mean, it's just right at 8 inches total. But we'll put it up against a fair competitor, Benchmade Reptilian, full size. And I think I got the Benchmade bug out here. Well, here actually. Here's the small Reptilian. So it's in the neighborhood of that full size Reptilian. And by in the neighborhood, I mean there are two houses on the same dang street, man. Get these out of the way. You got the bug out there, which is a good bit smaller, thinner, just all in all smaller. And more fair comparison, reasonably new Elementum button lock, and of course the Chevalier, which is obviously the most fair comparison. These two are basically, I don't know, one and the same, except for completely different. You got the sheep's foot on that one, and you got this wide drop point kind of blade on there. I don't know. So let's talk about it. Like I said, I've been carrying it for about a week now, and how do I feel about it? Well, I feel pretty good about it. Honestly, when I first got this thing, I wasn't super excited. It was bigger than I thought it was going to be. It is, I guess I just thought it was more of a medium-sized knife. It's kind of more in the vein of this Elementum. Thought it was going to be thin, and I don't really do good at the internet shopping. I kind of just look at stuff and go, yeah, I want to buy that, and then I do, and then like a few days later I either regret it or I don't. But so when I first got this, there was, I guess, some initial regret. I felt like this is probably bigger than I want it to be, and then I started playing with it, and it is smooth. I mean, it really is pretty smooth, man. And so that got me fidgeting with it. And then after I fidgeted with it for a couple of days, I started getting it into the carry rotation just because I liked playing with it. And then I started using it, and this blade is pretty nice. It's pretty thin, so it cuts kind of slicey, and then out at the tip it's pretty, I mean, really thin. So I used mostly about that much forward of the blade for pretty much all of the cutting tests that I did with it. And I mean, you can tell that by the marks that are on the blade. And because it's so thin up there, it just goes right through. You got this beefy handle back here to hang on to. You get a nice full grip, nice neutral grip that just fills the hand up real nice. And then you're using the tip of that blade. It's longer than finger length, so I guess a lot of people say that finger length is your best blade length, but yeah, I don't know. I guess it's whatever you're used to. Anyway, you got a full grip on this thing, and you got that tip out there that's nice and slicey. It'll open boxes, it'll do whatever. I mean, obviously, all knives will open boxes. This knife is really good at cutting tape and cardboard. It's better than most knives at cutting tape and cardboard. Nah, I'm just kidding. It does a good job and it feels natural. So I actually ended up liking it quite a bit. Originally, I didn't think I was going to, but it grew on me. You got the same pocket clip that's been coming on all of these button lock Civivis. You got that same clip on the Elementum. You got the same clip on the Chevalier, and I'm pretty sure that the Altus came with the same one. It's all right. They do say that they make some aftermarket titanium clips that'll fit on there, but I mean, do you really want to put a titanium pocket clip on a $70 knife? I mean, you can. I'm not sure if I would, but you sure can. Anyway, the scales are the kombucha wood, something like that. And it's nice. Mine has one that's kind of darker and the other one that's kind of lighter, so kind of got a two-face vibe going on. Nice. I like how they're doing these flippers. It is really useful. The jimping on there is really nice. It's not like aggressive, but it is grabby. And they're low profile, so it doesn't really snag in the bottom of it. When it's like in your pocket, you're pulling out. This is very ramped, so it just rolls right off of that. But I like how they're doing this jimping. Just some of the better jimping. I'm sure you've heard enough people say that. It's good stuff. The Fuller acts as a nice flick point there. You can get it with your thumb, but I can't seem to get my index finger out of the way of this flipper to get it with my thumb most times. But it can be done with a little practice. I'm sure you'd be better at doing it than me. Anyway, so ultimately I think this knife came out really well. They shadow boxed a little bit, but it's really not much. You feel it in your hand, but it's not like a hot spot thing. It doesn't like cut into you, but it's just like ever so slightly above those liners. And so it kind of contributes to the roundness of the entire handle feel. This is a pretty good knife, man. If you like larger knives and you're looking for something that's, budget friendly, easy to get a hold of, these are pretty nice knives, man. For the price of them, I don't think you can go wrong. So if you got something to say about it, let me know in the comments. And if you don't, well, then I guess don't.